We know that we're live now. Hey, everybody. Shh. Sound check.
Everyone, quiet. Sit down. Everyone have a seat.
I thought about doing a ASMR segment this week, but then I didn't.
Then you remembered that you don't even watch ASMR, and Brian knows the most about it, and he's not here this week.
Brian's not here this week, and it would be wrong to do an ASMR episode when Brian's not here.
That also works for paying your taxes. I thought about paying my taxes, and then I didn't.
Yes, I thought about.
They take that as a legitimate excuse.
I thought about doing a thing, and then I did not do that thing.
It doesn't work for eating, though.
I thought about eating.
I can for a few days.
Then I did.
Then I did.
Actually, the thing about eating is that I don't have to think about it. I just find myself doing it. I'm like, oh, look at this.
You black out and then you wake up and you're eating. Oh,
look at this. I'm eating some stuff. I didn't even.
My body took over and I'm eating.
I don't even remember going to the kitchen, but look at all this food I have here.
Do you guys have dreams about eating? Because I do.
You dream about eating?
Sometimes, not a lot.
I've had dreams about going to the bathroom and I wake up in a panic. In the dream, you're like, man, early I go to the bathroom, and you're going to the bathroom and like, wait a second,
hold on, prove to me that you're real. So when I have to go to the bathroom, it does find its way into my dreams, but always the dream becomes about trying to find a place to go to the bathroom, and there isn't one. You know, it's like everywhere I go, something's wrong. Like the toilet's on the ceiling or something like that. And I'm like, I can't use that.
That's fantastic.
It's up on the ceiling. And then I have to go look for something else.
I usually end up finding a bathroom, and I manage to go. I don't usually accidentally wet my bed, but it just takes forever, and I never feel better. So I just like go and go and go and go in my dream.
What's happening here?
I never feel any better.
I had a script that I wrote years ago with a atheist friend, incidentally, and it was supposed to be a comedy, and it was about.
It looks like you're trying to write a script for a comedy show.
Ting 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 ting. Oh, I didn't get to Clippy this week. But the premise was that there were a bunch of these people that were in hell who were didn't realize that they were in hell, and they were that wasn't his premise.
Carrying on
right
daily life, and
that wasn't his premise. That was a premise that I kind of stole from C.S. Lewis and incorporated it into the script that he wanted to write. And
he wanted an office comedy. Is that what?
Well, the big one of the overriding themes in the script was that these people in hell had to go to the bathroom. They had this like uncomfortably full bladders, but no place to relieve themselves. And so that was kind of like a running thing through the script, which I thought that's one of my pictures of hell, is like a place where your bladder is just eternally full, and no matter what you do, it still feels like you really, really have to go. Can you imagine I can't imagine spending an hour in the car that way, let alone eternity.
It's not mildly irritating. It's still like really it becomes the only thing you think about.
Right.
It consumes your thoughts.
It consumes your thoughts, and that's what it would be for all eternity.
All right.
Why didn't I believe in God?
And on that note, obviously, it's time to start the show.
No.
Gonna kill the room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack. Come and take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio. Everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit the spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show? Are you ready for the show? Are you ready for the show? Are
Oh, why didn't I believe in God? Welcome to
I'll
SCQS.
have to go number 1 for eternity.
I feel so uncomfortable. My name is Sean. That's Amanda, and that's Juwan.
I
And
went before
Brian.
the show, so I'm good.
Yeah, I did too. Thanks for sharing.
Happy birthday, Gayla!
Oh, hey!
Yeah,
happy birthday.
Gayla's birthday.
What's
Happy
the
birthday.
what's the zodiacal sign? What's
Well,
today,
it's not
Gemini?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius? Is that what you said?
It's not that.
It's Sagittarius, isn't it? Not
It's
Taurus.
definitely not Sagittarius.
Apparently,
what-
it's
that's what-
never.
That's her point.
Apparently, it's never Sagittarius.
That's her point.
Sagittarius.
It's not citronella, that's for sure.
We'll make up our own.
All right, so Brian is
Okay.
traveling home. Brian is traveling home, and he sent us a video. Do we have? There he is. He's mildly irritated at the airport.
Yeah, well,
It's
but
traveling as a constant mild irritation.
you haven't mentioned what today's show is going to be about, and so I'm not
It's
sure.
a big show.
Big show.
It's a big
so big. Should
And
we wait
if-
for somebody to? Oh no!
Yeah.
You're already there.
But if the typical show is like this mastodon that you see there, can you see it there on the left? Can you see that
Yes.
mastodon under the word
It's-
typical?
It's small, but it's far away. Everyone.
Okay.
We've covered this before, but there might be new people.
There's a perspective problem. I should probably do something to clear up the perspective problem. Anyway,
You could put a
Tonight's-
dude. Oh, never mind.
tonight's show looks like this.
Ooh. That-
And
From
I'm
a
going to name that dinosaur Gemini, or Gemini, as I like to say.
Jiminy.
By the way, Brian's birthday is
Oh.
also Thursday. That's how he knows that it's Gemini.
Oh, what's the? I don't know. So this is Stegosaurus.
Oh, I knew that. I knew Brian's birthday was Thursday because it's the 8th, and we have all these 8ths. Oh, no,
What
there
I-
goes you took Juana.
I
It wasn't
did
me.
nothing. I did nothing.
So,
I meant to pull the other thing out, and I accidentally yanked Juwan out of the stream.
so Dad is September 8. My mom is April 8. Brian is June 8. I feel like there's
Oh,
another 8.
Wow,
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm a Libra.
And
Libra.
Gayla,
September.
Gayla is June 4th, which is
Yeah.
half of 8.
Right. 2 4s is 8. So
You-
anyway.
What other famous birthdays or something happened? Did y'all ever? look up?
This is even better than celebrity birthdays. So, and we've probably told this story before, but it's still so weird. So I just mentioned my dad's birthday is September 8th. My mom's birthday is April 8th. When Tim, my brother, got married to his wife Marla, they discovered that her dad's birthday is also September 8th.
September 8th.
Like my dad.
Wow.
And they were like, well, what are we going to do? How are we going to
Wait a
have
minute.
parties,
It
mutual
gets
parties?
weirder, Juwan.
How do we decide whose birthday to celebrate, your dad's or mine? And then then April rolls around, their moms are the same date too, April 8th.
April 8th.
Isn't that
Wow.
weird?
Is it the same year too, or is it different?
No,
years?
her parents
No.
are both slightly
Okay.
older than my parents, but still.
No. I mean,
Still.
that's one level. One level is that's crazy.
And Tabby is
It's 21.
Tabby's is the 21st of September, which is 8 times 3 minus 3.
Wait, have you looked up the implications of that, like the numerology, or if there's something else tied to 8? Was like Kennedy killed or something
And
on
look,
the 8th? Or...
Sue's birthday is not the 8th.
See how everything is connected?
Whoa!
My mind is
Everybody was-
blown.
I thought about looking up the implications, and then I did not.
It's the new.
Oh, look at
It's
that.
the new. A lot of
September 8th.
1988.
Yeah, that's a little later. That's after.
it's
me,
a little bit later.
Mm.
yeah, but still.
The Dunkirk evacuation, if you know anything about World War II, that happened today in 1940.
Okay.
1940.
Okay.
Wow. Did they have dinosaurs? Did they have dinosaurs there?
I'm sure there were some
1940.
under the surface
Mhm.
waiting to be discovered.
Tonight we're talking about dinosaurs. And
So-
Brian is not going to be here, but he sent us a video.
Yeah, here. This is what he sent us from the road. It's very important.
It's very important.
It is
Now
super
to
important.
move
Oh,
wait.
all these people out of
Wait. Let me rewind this a bit.
There's a little bit of important information at the beginning. You probably
Yeah.
need to.
Yes, very important. Okay.
I wish there were some dinosaurs right now to move all these people out of my way as I return my car to the airport car rental location. Just need a T-Rex. Just...
So there you have it.
You know, his fingers from that angle did look quite a bit like a T-Rex. Interesting that he's wishing a Tyrannosaur attack so that he can return his car more quickly. It seems like
That might
wouldn't
slow
work.
things down a little.
Yeah, it seems like that would create an even bigger bottleneck. But
Yeah.
I appreciate him trying to fit the theme.
Like he would go, the T-Rex shows up, even if it wipes all the cars, he'll go, finally. And just drive easily
He's just
into the
driving
parking lot.
around him. Yeah. All the flaming wreckage.
Yeesh.
And he sets his keys gingerly on top of a pile of rubble.
Rolls his window down as the T-Rex is tearing
Stacks-
open a family car.
Stacks some paperwork and signs it, and then
Just sit still. They hunt according to movement.
There's death and mayhem and destruction all around him, and he's going past trying to get to his gate. I got a flight.
he sets
it's
sets a cone back upright.
For some dumb reason,
so
they
he can
canceled
walk
the flight.
through it. He puts the turnstile back so he
Stanchions
can
are
walk
over, yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
TSA here.
Thank
I
you.
can glide right through the security checkpoint.
Thank goodness for that dinosaur attack. I would have never made my flight.
Okay, so JT is booked for the rest of the year because lots of people want to hear
successful.
JT play. Listen, you guys have had JT almost exclusively on Sunday nights for 2 years now.
Forever.
And we kind of take him for granted, I think. Like, we got to the point where we just kind of thought he was our personal musician and we never had to share him again. And the church people in the United States were like, nope, not anymore. We want some JT Oaks. And so they
JT
took him
belongs-
away.
Belongs to the public.
Sunday's a big night for independent musicians. In case you didn't know out there.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's nice when Juwan is here because he works a lot of Sundays too.
I'm not playing
That's
anything though. I need to learn piano, I guess, is my problem.
Ah,
I got
yes.
a keyboard that has a demo.
I like this. We're just waiting for some dinosaurs to go attack all the churches. Send JT back to us.
At least we can do our show now.
If only a T-Rex would attack all the churches.
Now we can do our show.
Hooray, JT's back.
Woo. Where's all the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, there would be a downside to that.
Nobody's watching. Man, they're all dead.
Well, we need to give a shout out to the Cliquers. And all right, this week the Cliquers of the week. I don't remember how to do this, Peach. Am I supposed to wait till it's all done?
Yeah. Wait. Shush. I'll make it quiet. No. Wait till he shouts.
Okay.
Here. There. Now wait till he shouts.
All
Okay.
right. This
Yeah.
is in no particular, but it's not supposed to. It's supposed
It'll
to.
go. It's going.
We're bad at this. All right.
It's
Oh,
going.
I hear. Okay.
And don't forget RJ.
Osman.
Osman or Osman. How would you pronounce that, Peach? Gemini?
Osman.
Awesome.
No, that's Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Thank you to all of our clickers. We could not do this show without you, and we wouldn't even want to. What?
Oh, the flight's boarding. Say goodbye to Brian, everybody.
You are just cutting off the song in bad places. It's fine. It's fine. There. Now you cut it right there.
Okay. All right. So if you want to be a clicker, and why wouldn't you, go to johnbrandon.com and sign up. And don't just think about it and then not do it, but think about it and actually do it. The vacay with comics is coming up very soon, and we cannot wait for that, but we have to. And there's still a little time to register some rooms. There's still a few spaces left. The Witties made a video, which I intended to have ready to go tonight, but I didn't get it.
I'll go find it.
What is there left to do?
She might be able to get it before tonight. But anyway, in order to get things started correctly in our salute to dinosaurs, I thought, well, who can we bring in who is a certifiable expert in dinosaurs? And the first person that came to mind is my grandson, Simon.
Yes.
And so I think they're backstage now. Yeah, I'll bring him in. Okay. And there they are. Hey, what's up, Simon? I can't hear him.
Hi.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Did it sound like it wasn't working at first, or was that just?
I think when we talk over him, it cuts it out. So we must make sure never to speak while Simon is speaking.
He's
Okay.
not very loud either. He's going to have to use his diaphragm. Use your dino voice.
Okay. So, one of Simon's favorite things in the whole world is dinosaurs, and I was over at their house. Remember when I was over at your house babysitting you, Simon, and we looked at your dino book? You remember that? Yeah. Okay. He had a great big book from the library, and it was huge. And he goes, "Do you want to read this dino book?" And I said, "Well, we can look through it, but it's going to take a month to read it." And he goes, "You want to see the baby dino?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And so Simon started turning pages one at a time through this book, turning pages.
There's a table of contents.
Going past all the dinosaurs. It took him a long time. I go, "Hey, there's that. What's that dinosaur?" He didn't have time for that. He was going to look for the baby dinosaur. And he finally found it. And it was a cutaway view of a dinosaur egg, and it had a little baby dinosaur curled up, and he goes, "There's the baby dino." And I said, "That's great." And I said, "Let's go look at some more stuff." He goes, "Okay." And so he starts flipping through the book again.
In the beginning.
He starts flipping backwards, and there's another picture of a dino egg. And I said, "Look, there's a baby dino." And he looks at me and goes, "We already saw that." Keeps going.
We have an even bigger dino book right now from the library. If you can imagine such a thing, that has all the prehistoric facts. But Simon's hilarious because he'll listen to me talk, like I'll read all the stuff, but I'm not sure he's entirely paying attention. He just really likes to point at the pictures and ask me to pronounce the impossible names.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to go through Dino book?
I don't know. Right. I think it's just fancy.
So
what's the hardest dino name? I'm trying to go ahead. I'm going to look it up.
I can't begin to tell you. I would not even know how to pronounce it. Give me 1 second.
I have a game that I came up with just for Simon called What's That Dinosaur? And I'm going to show some pictures of dinosaurs, and you guys are going to try to figure out what dinosaur it is.
I think you can
all
do
right?
it. You know what the dinosaur is, okay? Okay, so wait.
I think we can do this. All right, so here's the first one.
What
one is that?
Say it big and strong.
Triceratops. Oh, yeah.
He has got it.
That is in fact.
So you guys are going to be a lot faster if you want to beat Simon.
Okay, but there are some that look like that are not Triceratops.
What's the other one's called?
What's the other one that looks kind of like that?
A Triceratops. He said a triceratops.
Yeah,
There's
that's
like-
what I thought they're all called. But then there was one
Triceratops.
the other day that was not called that, and I don't remember what it was.
Netaceratops.
Netaceratops.
Hmm
Metaceratops?
They used to call
It's
it
like
a
from the city?
biceratops, but now they don't.
There's a country.
Because I read Dino.
All right. You're right, Simon. I don't care what they say. What
That's a
about this one?
triceratops.
What about that one?
Oh.
Did you get it?
Velociraptor, he said.
Uh-oh. That's my other son.
That is a velociraptor.
That's what
happened?
he said.
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
Look
They
at how
have
they've
feathers?
No, that was one of the things that I was noticing as I was putting these pictures together, is that they've started putting feathers on a lot of dinosaurs for some reason.
For fun.
Can't
It's
imagine
for
what
fun.
that is.
They like to put on jackets with fringe on them. That's what they want.
Simon, why do they have feathers?
We're high fashion velociraptor.
That's a velociraptor. Okay, are you looking now, Simon? Ready for the next one?
Wait,
How about this one?
Heck yeah. That's one of the coolest
And
ones.
Jeff guessed that on the last one, so we'll give it to him on this one.
Somebody's going to come up with Alice Cooper and another person's going to say Casper Crowns.
Yep, that's right.
That's right.
Yep.
That is a Stegosaurus.
You're
And
right.
There it is.
There's a name for the tail thing. Y'all know this?
A Stegosaurus tail.
But there's a specific name for the actual. Hold on. Keep going. Let's not. I'm the slowest down.
17 plates.
Okay, I think there's a couple more.
Let's see there with you.
What about this one, Simon?
A long neck.
A
Yeah,
long
what-
neck. That's what they
what
call
the-
it on Land Before
It's
Time.
Land Before Time.
That's
Please.
right. Bronchiosaurus.
That's right. Brachiosaurus.
Good job, buddy.
Brachiosaurus.
I told you he was an expert at dinosaurs. I was not kidding. All right. And there's one more, Simon.
One more. Can you get it?
One more. What is that?
I was gonna ask what your favorite dinosaur is, but I know now.
I saved that one for last because
Oh, okay, you know.
I already knew. And so,
That's it.
Tyrannosaurus, a T-Rex. Now,
The king.
there was a video. Will Simon tell what his favorite video was a few months ago? What video did you watch on Grandpa's phone? Do you remember? What was the video that you watched?
It had a dinosaur in it. What was the video? What was that dinosaur doing? You remember? Rexy. He doesn't remember.
That was like a lifetime ago.
Well, he would remember. He asked for it just a couple of weeks ago. But aside from dinosaurs, there it is, Dynamo.
Dynamo.
One of his favorite things to do is to mow the yard with his dad. And so I found a video of it. Look at him nodding. I found
Because we were trying to figure out what to do for his birthday party, and Tabby was like, I don't know what to make his party theme because he really likes dinosaurs and he really likes mowing. And so I'm thinking maybe I'll do a mower theme. And then Dad was like, there's a video out there of a dinosaur and a lawnmower together.
Yes, there was. and we
there
found
was.
it. We found a
And we
video
showed
of a
it on
T-Rex mowing the yard on a tractor, riding lawnmower. And
We showed it on the news.
Yeah, we showed it on SCQS one year
Yeah.
or 1 week.
well, anyway,
Sherry
that was
remembers.
that was a video that got a lot of airplay at our house. All right, well that's it. That's the quiz. You got them all right, Simon. All of them are 100%
Yeah,
right.
that was a little too easy for him.
A+.
Yep.
Mhm.
Good job.
And it sets the theme perfectly. So, is it time for you to go to bed, Simon? It's a little early, isn't it?
Sun's still up.
After some videos. All right. Would you like to get back? Hold on. Wait a minute. Come here. I want to say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Ted.
Oh, that was good. So the bone on the back of a stegosaurus is called the thagomizer. And the reason I remember, I looked it up. The reason I remember that is because it's on a Far Side cartoon. It's a couple of Neanderthals sticking around going, this is named the Thagomizer after Thag, who discovered it,
Thagomizer. How could you ever forget that?
I don't know why.
Having once known it. Fantastic. All right. Well, I do have other dino related activities, and these are going to be slightly advanced for
that
science.
was about the extent of my dinosaur knowledge. We just spent it all.
No, I think you'll be surprised at how well you do with this.
All right.
Because this is more dino. Simon's is general dino information is what he knows. This is more specific. This is a more specified type of dinosaur knowledge, and this is dinosaurs in pop culture, i.e. movies.
Okay.
Oh.
I was about to say,
Dinosaurs
if you had the question that says name a dinosaur movie that doesn't include the Jurassic franchise, Jurassic Park, I'm not sure I could do it.
Well,
Land Before
one
Time.
movie.
then you may not do as well. You may not do as well in this. But I have gotten some movies. Now, I need to say this right up front. This is not even close to the complete. This is. There we go. This is not even close.
This is the Rorysaurus. Okay, you make
The
it nice.
Rorysaurus.
Is it open? Does the mouth open? Yeah.
But you have to
And
press
then
it. Yeah.
That's it, though. You don't make any dinosaur noises.
You have to smash it against your face to make it.
Just do it again.
Can she even see out of that? Can you see out of that, Rory, at all?
Can you see out of it? Can you see out of it? You're cracking yourself up. Can you
It's
see
very
out
hard not to.
It's hard not to see out of it,
Yeah.
except when you
It's hard
close your
not to
eyes.
crack myself.
Oh, it's hard not to crack yourself up. So this
We
is
should have. We should have bow. We should have had Simon try to identify that dinosaur. That would have been great. So this is not the unabridged listing. There are a lot of dinosaurs that I could have chosen, and I tried to.
So these dinosaurs should feel special.
Well,
Out
this
of all
is.
the
You know me. I always try to get some videos in there. I always try to get some questions that anybody can answer, and then some of the questions are going to be a little obscure.
a little, just
All right.
a little bit, impossible to answer. I think.
So with that being said, the first one is this: if you can name the movie, I'm looking for the title of the movie.
I want to say Dino Cop. This feels like a buddy cop movie. Where I know I've seen this before.
It
Okay,
is a buddy cop movie.
it's like because I know the dinosaur. He's got that face like he's talking. He's a wisecracking dino, and he sees the world the way it is.
Tabby says she could name
tells it
all the
straight.
Dino movies, but I doubt that she's going to know
I
this one.
don't think you're going to get this one.
Has she guessed on this one? Oh, she already guessed.
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock, you're crazy. This movie I think came out 2 years before
Jurassic
you were born,
Cop.
Tabitha. This is
By the way,
Jurassic Cop.
Fraggle Rock would not be about dinosaurs. It's about Fraggles. So there.
It's
but that is in fact Whoopi Goldberg there on the right, not the left.
Lady and the Lizard. Sometimes they'll do the names.
Russ said
So it'd
not
be
the
like-
mama.
Which is also
Yeah,
the TV
it does
show.
look like the
That's
dinosaurs.
from the TV show Dinosaurs, but that's not
Right.
what that is.
Right, not the mama was the phrase
This
that the
is
baby
the-
used. That
Yeah.
wasn't the name of the.
This is the dad dinosaur from the movie, the TV show. Is this cutting out on me?
No.
Oh no, it's my headphones. Sorry, I keep hearing it cut out. All right, anyway. Sorry,
this
my
is-
equipment's throwing up. Am I not close yet? I'm giving you guesses like crazy.
Tabby,
No.
12 verse from
95
95 onward, she says. Okay.
Was
right,
was the commissioner like the police chief? Was he like an angry? He was
Yeah,
like,
I
okay.
have not seen
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur Axe. That's a good
this.
one.
You can literally say the name of it, and I would still not.
I know I've at least seen the trailer for it because I can see this with Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg's got an outfit like she's an X-Man though.
Right. She
Like
cheated.
she's a
Well, you cheated and
storm.
looked it up. All right. So what is it? If
Yeah, go ahead and put
you looked it
if
up,
you
go
cheated,
ahead and
go
tell us
ahead
what
and
it
put it.
is.
I always assume the audience is cheating anyway. What cause
So do
have
I.
we to believe them
Right.
that they're on the? We never said it was an honor system. We just went, "What is this?"
Well, the interesting
Everybody
thing.
goes to the internet anyway.
That's right.
Theodore
That's
Rex.
right. It's Theodore Rex, you guys. And the interesting thing.
Do you have like a description or a synopsis? I need to know.
I do.
This is something I need to know.
This is a 1996 buddy cop science fiction comedy film, Juwan.
Really?
The film was not
She's
well
already looking at the
received.
camera like, "Will you get a load of this guy?"
The film was not well received.
What?
Goldberg was nominated for Worst Actress at the 96 Golden Raspberry
The
Awards.
Razzies, yeah.
Oh,
This is the first direct-to-video movie to receive any sort of Razzie nomination.
Wow.
Now, the thing about it is, when it was started, it was not intended to go direct-to-video. And so they poured regular movie
Money
theatrical
into it.
release money into this.
When do you think they were like, "Ugh, let's just put it on a video"? Was it like halfway through? The director's like, I don't know about this one, guys.
Right. And apparently there's some Whoopi didn't want to do this movie. And so
Are you kidding me? Because you can see the passion in her eyes.
yeah, she's
In
like,
this
here we
picture,
go.
she's so
I
ready to act.
Hope you guys are happy. My career's over.
I hope there's a talk show out there. I can
Well,
join.
and so she actually had to be threatened. There was some sort of a lawsuit. There was some sort of a lawsuit brought against her that forced her to do
Finish
this
it.
movie.
To do it or to finish it?
To appear in it. I'm not sure exactly what all the particulars were, but it's Whoopi made an oral agreement to star in the film in October in 1992. So that was
Okay.
4 years. She attempted to back out. Abramson filed a $20 million lawsuit against
Whoa.
Goldberg, which she quickly settled. She agreed to star in the film for $7 million, $2 million more the amount originally upon. One of the attorneys of the case described it as being similar to the legal battle with Kim Basinger when she backed out of boxing Helena. All right, but so yeah, they had to sue her. And then she got an extra $2 million.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty good negotiation, though.
yeah.
I thought you were saying that she'd signed some kind of contract with her agent and it was just like at the bottom, must star in Dinosaur movie to be decided. And she was like, "Wait a second, I didn't read this. I know this
What a
part."
thing to put in the fine print.
She was like, "At some point, I'm sure we're going to do a dinosaur movie. I just want to make sure we have that
Undisclosed.
option out there."
We gotta have Goldberg on the hook for our dinosaur movie. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
It's a
got to see
much
the
better
trailer
story.
for this now.
All right, how about this one?
Is this Land of the Lost? No, Land of the Lost.
Tabsha, do you have this one?
no.
This is in the 90s. This is an 80s thing.
This was before the 80s. I'll tell you that.
Okay, because Land of the Lost I used to watch when I was a kid with the
Mhm.
Sarlacc.
Well, and there's some
Sarlacc.
crossover. I'll tell you that. Yeah, Jawan was correct. Jeff is correct.
Oh,
Russ Noonan is even more specifically
Chaka.
correct.
oh, was this a spinoff? Or you wanted the character?
This was the original. Now there is a Land of the Lost movie, and that's how I justified putting Shaka in there. But this was from the 1974 TV series, The Land of the Lost, and it was a
Third
children's
Rock
television
from the
series.
Planet of the Apes. Look at that.
And I actually watched this. This was one of my Saturday morning.
So I was just
shows.
watching syndicated stuff. It wasn't new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Land of the Lost. That's the original Land of the Lost. And this was actually a kind of a unsettling show. I mean,
Yeah.
You got Shocker there, and he
It
was,
was-
like, Shocker was a friend. He was like some sort of a Neanderthal or some sort of
I was-
pre
Yeah, I
Homo
don't know.
sapien, whatever.
He could talk
And,
though, right? He could communicate.
No, not
Did
very
he
well.
words or his grunts and stuff?
Not very well. He
Very well.
had like single
He
word
couldn't
phrases.
conjugate verbs.
He was
Had
he
problem with tenses.
his handwriting was atrocious. And but then they had the slee stacks.
Yeah,
were
slee
like
stacks.
the creatures, and they were not dinosaur, but they were like lizard people that lived in
aliens.
these caves, and they came out and they would try to get them, and it was really scary.
Isn't there a conspiracy theory about lizard people living amongst us and controlling the governments? Have you heard of this?
Yes, there was a movie about that.
Well, V was
Yeah.
that was the TV, the mini series of our lifetime. I was
Yes.
thinking about this the other day too. TV, when we were kids, TV had such a smaller budget than movies. Like now you just pull up any TV series and it looks like a movie. But
Right.
back then TV was like way less. There was a show I found, I didn't even know about it. It was called The Legend of the Golden Monkey or something like that. It was like an Indiana Jones TV show. And I was watching the trailer for it. I was like, I don't remember this. And I'm looking at it going, yeah, this is a TV show. So like Land of the Lost, when you said it was
Yeah.
unsettling, it was 1970s TV special effects. So it was
Right.
like, a lot of slow crossfades and stuff for
Right.
people.
Well, I was
still-
9. I was like 8 or 9 years old when this came out, and so I was a little kid. But the slee stacks bothered me. I mean, they
Oh yeah. Weren't they
gave me
supposed to though?
nightmares. Yeah.
They were the bad guys. Okay. Did you have a nightmare about the slee stack carrying a toilet and running away from you while you had to
No,
go to the bathroom? You like steal your toilet.
I never combined my.
The slee stacks. Oh, it was one terrorizing dream at a time.
Does anybody remember the name of the T-Rex? Speaking of T-Rexes in Land of the Lost, because they had one. There was a T-Rex in there. And
Was
he
it
kept showing up, and they gave him a name.
a
Yeah.
friendly T-Rex?
No,
Why would you name
no, Juwan. Everything in the Land.
So they
of the
didn't name
Lost.
it like Fluffy
Jeff.
or
Jeff had it in like immediately.
Grumpy. Oh yeah, he got Chaka pretty quick, right?
There you
Oh yeah, the
go.
raft. Yeah, the green screen raft going over the falls.
They went over the falls.
And then
Spot.
into another universe.
Spot
I'm not
and Tammy goes to Earl.
Oh no,
Which
it's
is a
Earl.
callback.
My favorite my favorite name for animals is like actual human names. Oh no, it's Jerry the T-Rex. He's gonna eat us.
Here comes Roger.
Oh, Roger is surly.
All right, how about this one?
Yay!
Huh.
We know
Tabby
that
can
one.
get this one, and this
This
is
is
not
ubiquitous.
1995. Yeah,
Did you draw this? It's a little wonky. Looks like
you
an
still
MS Paint.
recognize it, though, don't you?
Like that's the point of drawing.
Mhm.
It's just so you could recognize it.
If you recognize it, then it's good.
It was
Yeah,
was
this
Dino in the car when they're putting the ribs on the. Remember they put the big side of ribs on his
I don't
car.
think so. That's a great question.
It's the Jetsons. This is clearly Rosie the robot.
Yes. See the ribs when I was a kid, and they put the ribs on the side of the car. For years, I thought that was ice cream. I had no idea that it was meat. Just
I didn't
because
know
you
it was
like-
meat, but I thought it was like a big organ, like a chunk of not like meat organ, but like the musical instrument. Like I thought it was the pipes from a pipe
Oh,
organ.
you thought they were attaching an instrument to the car.
Yes, because like everything in their house is different than it would have been. Like it's modern stuff that looks old.
Yeah.
And so I thought that they were bringing home a pipe organ.
Right, to install in their house. And that's what tipped the car over.
Yeah.
One giant musical instrument, please.
But I didn't know the word pipe organ, and so I was
Mm.
yeah.
It's a.
Yeah.
My thing was I got tired because I watched it as a kid, and I always get tired of it. They would zoom in on the animal that was doing the thing, and the animal would complain about their job, like a bird was the record player. And it's
Yes.
like, they always put in the stupidest songs or something like
Right.
that, and the crowd would laugh. And I'm like, that's not even funny.
The bird was the with the can opener. It's like, oh my 18.
Yeah, he was in there like, joke ever. This is my pal Roger.
You're actually that's not right, but you're the
He's so
concept is actually
misunderstood, this
closer than you
T-Rex.
think. Yeah.
And they probably had to steal like her dad's cows to feed them. Sarah, where's the cows been going? Did you let the cows out of the pasture? No,
Well,
Dad.
Those of you who are looking at that going, gosh, that looks like Denise Richards. Yeah, that is Denise Richards. If that
Well, yeah,
that
she
helps
went
you.
on to Oscar-worthy roles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't she had some sort of a prolific thespian career?
That is a young Denise Richards, 1994.
Tabby says my friend Theo.
Is that actually
no,
the?
that's not
Jill the
it.
Jurassic dentist. Okay, so obviously
great.
it's my friend something.
Is it my friend? Okay,
My
It's
little
not
T-Rex.
It's not my
My-
friend.
my
anything.
little T-Rex.
Oh, see, 1994. That's why I don't know it.
That's right. If it had been 1995, she'd have been all over it.
Encino Rex. They're digging for a pool and they find a. This is
And they
the prequel
find a
to
dinosaur.
the Brendan Fraser movie.
No one's going to get this one. No one in the universe.
They
is
look like
gonna
they're in
get
an orange grove. Did they find the T-Rex in an orange grove?
this. Yes.
He hasn't been flossing.
You see that? You see those
All right.
wooden? You see those wooden pieces in the background? That's the crate that they got him out of.
It's a mail order T-Rex.
Mail order T. No, it's called Tammy and the T-Rex. You guys.
So close.
Oh, did they
Tammy.
form a rock band?
And the T-Rex.
It's like they have this would be the kind of movie they'd have a song at the end and the T-Rex is playing drums or something.
You could never, even you, Juwan, with your wild imagination, would never
can't
be
guess.
able to come up with this script. No. She's at cheerleader practice, and her new boyfriend Michael walks in from football practice to observe. They meet Byron, and one thing leads to another. The scene then cuts to a figure of a Tyrannosaurus
One
Rex
thing leads to another.
in a dark warehouse. Two people. This goes on and on. So
This is the synopsis. It sounds like the beat sheet.
Dr. Walkenstein and his assistant Helga walk through the doors. The lights
It's
come on.
Walkenstein.
The T-Rex figure begins to move, being controlled by someone in the room. Doctor's impressed by the robotic dinosaur's strength and reveals his plan to implant a living brain into the robot to give it consciousness, mobility, and immortality.
It's
So then-
Robo-Rex.
Right. So later
Why
that
would
night,
that give it immortality? Okay.
Yeah, brain
Because
still dies.
in 1994, that's how we thought that it worked.
Just give a robot a brain, will you?
Right.
All right. So Michael sneaks out to see Tammy. They're interrupted by Billy and his thugs who chase Michael.
Interrupted.
They throw him into the wild animal park where lions and jaguars run loose. A lion mauls Michael, and he is left in a comatose state. He's brought to the hospital where his intoxicated uncle watches over him. Dr. Walkenstein and Helga declare Michael dead so they can use his brain to control their robotic Tyrannosaurus Rex.
This isn't my boyfriend, the T-Rex. That's what it is now,
It's
right?
Tammy and the T-Rex, right?
Yeah, but it's her boyfriend's brain.
Oh.
Yes, Michael's brain. After his brain is implanted, Michael escapes and wreaks vengeance on his high school tormentors and is reunited with his sweetheart Tammy. She realizes that the dinosaur is Michael. She does, and begins a search to find a more suitable body for him. She's evidently not okay with him being a T-Rex. Dr.
She can't just love him for who he is.
in hot pursuit of his monstrous creation, which leads to a chase that ends with Michael killing the doctor, Police officers open fire and destroy the mechanical dinosaur. Tammy manages to recover Michael's brain. She takes it home with her and hooks it up to her computer, speakers, and video camera.
Just slaps it down on the modem.
This is this is temporary till they find a new body for him. Through the setup, Michael is able to speak and see, which allows him to view Tammy, and this causes the... Okay, well, I didn't read this part. She allows him to view Tammy performing a striptease.
Yeah.
This causes
When you said
the
he could
brain
see and
hookups to spark. So there you go, you guys.
Oh,
Tammy
my
and the
gosh.
T-Rex,
Wait.
not necessarily family
okay,
fare,
the guy
but-
wasn't he? So Michael was the quarterback of the football team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why was he
yes,
getting picked on?
Yes.
This is like
Well, because
it's
look,
like the football team must have stunk.
they
Wow.
Must
put
have
his
really hated
brain-
him.
They put his brain in a mechanical dinosaur, and you're hung up on why he was being teased.
He was like he takes out vengeance on his tormentors. That sounds
This
more like
movie's not
the
realistic
nerd.
at all.
It's like I can get into a robot with a brain in it. I can handle that. It's just the quarterback was being picked on.
I
The
love
quarterback's
that
going,
she
"Man, they're being
she
bullies."
needs to find another body for his brain, but the computer will keep it alive in the meantime. Like that's
Yeah.
like what did people in the 90s
Was she
think
just-
is keeping brains alive?
Well, I
Well,
think
she
she
had
just
a
would
good
spritz
computer.
it.
It was-
She would just
yeah.
like spritz it, and with
Yeah.
a water bottle like you would a fern. You know, you just got just keep it moist.
Yeah, well,
And
if
you just leave 'em on the-
if Tammy knows how to hook a brain up to a computer to keep it alive, what in the world is she doing in high school as a cheerleader?
As a cheerleader,
She's
a
got
cheerleader.
some other stuff she should be doing for the good of mankind.
This is the part. This is the scene where she looks in his eyes and is like, Michael.
Looks like she's looking in his molars.
Yeah, yeah.
There was
Well,
there was a another story
she's
that
trying
I
to
read
figure out how
about
to
this.
make out with him.
The suspicion is that the guy who produced it found a mechanical dinosaur and just wanted to use it in a movie, and so
That's the movie that should be made.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we got this dinosaur. Let's make a movie. Oh,
all right. What about this one? This one
Is that
uh,
Lee Majors?
No,
Are you allowed to give away that information?
I would tell you if it was Lee Majors, but it's not.
This is it looks like it was filmed in the Everglades. It's like
Is that, how can you? You can't
it's got
see
those
anything.
low bushes. You can see the ground. It just looks like a Florida thing.
While everyone is guessing, we're going to interrupt this for a quick commercial break. We have another update
We're
from
gonna
Brian on
sponsor.
the road.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So here. Wait.
Run for your lives! Run for your lives!
All right. That's
And the reign of terror continues at the Boston airport.
It looks like an early Disney movie, like a 70s Disney movie. So now I'm
It
surprised this
is
isn't Kurt Russell.
1974. 1974. Oh,
The Land That
Jeff!
Time Forgot.
Jeff!
Why isn't that
Tabby thinks it's
Kurt Russell?
Goosebumps.
Jeff nailed it. It's the land
Wow.
that time forgot.
Yeah,
That-
Florida. See?
Doug McClure. My guess is that Jeff has actually seen
Doug
that movie
McClure.
to
I
be able
mean-
to pull that out. Look at that pterodactyl.
Yeah. It's pretty fearsome. He's already missing him though.
He
He looks like he wants to give him a hug.
Well, the reviews and the stuff about this movie, all of these movies have some sort of a cult classic or
Well, of
cult
course, yeah.
status, you know, that they're, and this one actually, for its time, it was 1974, you know, and so they were like, they were saying for its time, the effects weren't bad. I mean, obviously everything was either a puppet or like really crude,
Mostly
claymation.
practical effects or
Mm-hmm.
or forced perspective. Well, they had green screen back then. They probably had some nifty green screen effects.
Yeah, well, that doesn't look like it's one of them. But yeah, that's a It's the Land That Time Forgot. You should check it out. It's a great movie. All right, next next one. How about this one?
Oh
Huh.
yeah.
Let's see.
Tabby better be able to nail this one. See how I do it? See how I mix it up? I put some in that people aren't going to get, and then I put
it's
this
kind
in.
of a relief. Here's my thing. Is there leaves growing out of those stone pillars? Is that what's
Yes.
happening there? It's like
Yes.
not only did dinosaurs evolve from single-cell
And-
animals, but trees evolved from rocks, you guys.
Mhm.
And who's that guy right there on the stage, everybody?
Yep.
I could say
Bonus points for knowing his name, and it is
Also-
not Grumpy.
this dinosaur has ears. Did anybody
It's
notice
It's
the
not
ears
Ducky.
on the dinosaur?
It's not Ducky.
That always bothered me.
It's
No, that's not Ducky. No.
It's a little.
Petrie.
Sarah. It's
or
not
Sarah, which I did not realize till I was an adult. That's spelled CERA.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
Sarah.
For Ceratops. Yep.
Yeah.
We saw
Hey,
this
we got some
movie
answers.
about 10,000 times when our kids were little.
Who was most into this? Was this
Me and
around
Tim.
your time? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Tim
so
and
older
me and Tim.
kids.
I smell.
Did it?
I smell. I smell.
Nell,
Ducky.
Ducky.
You smell
Yeah,
me?
it's got some good lines in it. I'll give you it stands up. I think. Is there like scary moments in it to the little kids, the littler ones?
There's the one where the chomper
Sharptooth.
or Sharptooth
Oh, yeah,
comes in and tries to eat them, but it's not terrible.
Okay,
not
so it didn't
super
give
scary.
the
There's
the
a
younger
scene where
ones.
they think that the what's the one that flies? Petrie. They think that
Yeah.
Petrie
Oh,
gets
he's
eaten
dead.
by
Yeah.
Sharptooth, and there's some sadness for a while.
There's a
So
part where they
Tabby
all
would
fall in
cry.
a tar pit, and then they come out looking like a swamp monster, and everybody's
Oh.
afraid for about 10 seconds.
Tabby cry. Did you guys cry at this one? Anybody? Did it bring
Not
anyone to
at this
tears? Oh, okay.
No, I only cried when the vacuum in Brave Little Toaster flew off the cliff. I know that one too.
Yep, you should know it. Tabby should know this one too if she's
Yeah.
going to be able to.
Uh,
Simon about peed when Sharptooth ever came around.
It is not the Crudes.
not the
Oh.
Crudes.
Correct.
It
I have a
looks
guess,
similar.
but I think
Yep,
it's wrong.
Tabby's got it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Tabby
Okay.
for the
A
win.
good dinosaur.
What kind of bad reviews did it get because they've got a human and a dinosaur in the same frame?
I don't think
All
that
the
they're not
atheists were
bothered
up in
as long as the humans look
Like
Neanderthal.
like apes.
prehistoric. Yeah, as long as
Okay.
they're not hooking computers and brains up,
he's,
people are okay with it.
he's covering himself, so there's that.
Mhm.
They found loincloths.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
Ah,
Oh, this is Indiana Jones. Da, 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 da.
it's
Remember Indiana
Sharptooth.
Indiana Jones.
Now, you see how the special effects have improved slightly
A
between
little bit.
1974 and 19.
95,
Mhm.
maybe?
Mhm.
What year was that?
Mhm.
This was 90. I was in college. I want to say 94. No, well, yeah, 94.
Yeah.
Did y'all? Is that right? We're guessing years now. I remember this blew my mind though. The first scene where they're driving up and the brachiosauruses are eating off the trees and
Mhm.
stuff. That was like, that blew me away. Because up until then there was computer effects, but it was always like they had to associate it with this is like Lawnmower Man and had that angly
right.
CGI stuff.
Well, and this
Right.
was the
I was like,
same
it looked
time
real.
as this was the exact same year. If it was 94, it was the year before the Jumanji, and I didn't think that was as impressive. Like when they have a stampede scene in Jumanji, it's
Oh, yeah.
obviously just
The monkeys were a little,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
like now we're looking back because everything's
Right.
almost everything's CGI. We're going
Right.
"Yeah,
It was
this is a
starting to
little
come
cheesy."
together. But this movie, but Jurassic Park, by the way, it's Jurassic Park, like anybody who didn't know that.
Wait, oh, I
But
almost
this
had it.
movie was like it for special effects. This was the game changer. This was the point when everybody in the whole world knew, oh, things are different now when you go to the movies. Because I remember there was a lady at church that she and her husband went to see this, and she was describing it for me. I hadn't seen it yet, and she goes, "We were at the theater," and she goes, "I didn't want to stay." There's a scene where the T-Rex is chasing the Jeep, and they're trying to get away from it, and it's coming up behind him, and she's like, "I gotta get out of here." It was just too much for her.
That was like, do you remember? Have you heard the story? I think it's the first motion picture. It was called The Great Train Robbery, and there's a scene where the train comes at the screen, but they shot it where the train kind of goes off the screen, so everybody in the theater ran out. Yeah, because they were like they panicked and ran away. So now we got people running out because it's a dinosaur. We've learned nothing in 100 years.
Yeah,
it's still.
Well, this was the one. All right, how about this one?
Is that the second one?
It's Jurassic Park 2.
Right.
We're going to
Jurassic
keep going.
Park 2.
We're going to keep. Oh, Jurassic Park in New York City.
You know what the controversy or the big question on Jurassic Park 2 is?
Animal cruelty.
No.
Anyway.
No.
How dare you mistreat those dinosaurs?
This is the one where they bring it back to civilization that gets loose in the city.
I thought that was the third one. That's the second one? Okay, I'm glad we did this.
Lost World.
Lost World.
And
which is basically King Kong, right? Because they go and get King Kong and bring him to the city.
Essentially, yeah. It essentially is that. But people, remember the ship comes and crashes into the dock. They see it come, here it comes, and it doesn't slow down, and it smashes into the dock. And everyone's like, why did the ship smash into the dock? And then they go up and they look, and everybody's been horribly murdered on the ship. There's just like parts strewn around on the ship. And so they're like, wow, it must have been the T-Rex. But the T-Rex was locked down inside the ship. He was down in that bay. And so the question that thinking people ask is, well, how did he get out and kill everybody and then lock himself back inside the bowels of the ship? Yeah.
That's the way the movie was cut? That's the way it was cut? Oh, yeah. So they like messed up the
theory is there's some scene that explains that. There's a scene that where he gets out or something happens and all the crew die, but we don't see that. All we see is the ship coming and crashing into the dock, and then they go on board and they look around and everybody's been dismembered, and you're like, gosh, I wonder what happened here.
T-Rex is like, hey, what's up? What's going on?
Well, he's
why
not
is everybody
out.
looking at me? Yeah,
he's not out like running amok on the ship.
Well, what's this scene then? Do they let him out then?
Yeah, who knows? But
I gotta watch it again.
It's a thing
I'm sure it holds up.
Okay, how about this one, Peach?
Lost World.
We're doing. This is the one where they're looking for Tay Leone's husband, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Is it the one where they dig the cell
phone
out of the
looking for
poop?
This is the
William
one where
Macy.
the Spinosaurus does some shtick, like some Fozzie Bear jokes. He's going,
waka waka waka. This is
hey, you guys just fly in.
This is Jurassic Park 3, you guys. And
okay,
so
the musical, that would
Jurassic
be
Park, the
fantastic.
And so you guys,
that's the big singing number. Let it go.
Hello, my baby. Hello. All right, this is not Jurassic Park.
Is that? I don't know what's going on here. So the human.
Look at that killer turtle with no teeth.
He's like,
it's a sea turtle.
What you got there? Does the human like prehistoric kind of got like some animal skin? It looks like she's flaying a deer on the beach. That's the first. That's the first thought in my head.
That's not a deer. That's another human. She's trying to rescue. Them from that turtle that clearly
he's going through his pockets.
From that herbivore, that giant herbivore that's just trying to get to the sea.
Turtles are not herbivores. You're crazy.
What?
They don't eat
they
people.
Eat seaweed.
They eat worms and
pescatarian.
Fish. Yeah.
Are they omnivores?
What's it called?
Yes.
Pescatarian.
Omnivores.
Okay. Would you be afraid of a giant sea turtle?
I mean,
Well, on the beach, no. In the sea, it would probably be a little bit different. But like, they can barely move on the beach. You could just move over to the left a little, and it would probably just go into the ocean.
Jeff knows
Is
it.
he
He's
killing
not
it?
saying it. Well, he said, "Don't
no,
mess
he
with
did.
Raquel
He put
Well."
it up
Oh,
there.
somebody-
He put it up at the
Is it
top.
1 million?
Oh, we already put it up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 million
I
BC.
didn't see it. Yeah, it's 1 million years BC, and now it would be 1 million years BCE.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was she trying to rescue, and how did he get knocked out? I never saw this movie.
I have seen it, but it's been a long time. And
Yeah, he drank too much coconut milk or something and sat in the sun. It's bad combination.
well,
He got flipped over on his back.
he's flipped on his back. This was 1 million years BC. Mankind didn't know how to roll over yet, and so if you fell on your back, we were not able to right ourselves. All right, how about this one?
I have
know
two
that one.
guesses. I have two guesses, but I'm gonna wait.
Mhm.
I forget what it's called, but I've seen
Well,
it,
no, there's 3
unfortunately.
possible guesses now that I think about it.
See, there are.
Crud. I can dole them out, but here, I'll say it. No, I'm not gonna say them. I'll let people guess. Here's a question.
Sherry's guessing video game titles.
No. Oh, Rampage is a good guess, actually.
Rampage is
Okay,
fun.
I didn't have a desire
Okay, so
to
you
see
got
the movie.
Kong.
King
We've
Kong is
got
one.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
The other one is Mighty Joe Young, but that's not. She's not blonde, right?
No.
There's
Also,
another
I
one
think
called
he's
Skull
not-
Island, right?
Yes.
I think
That's
Mighty
another
Joe
King Kong.
Young is bigger than that.
I can't
No.
give you just Kong because that's too vague, and it's not Skull Island. That's a
No,
decent
but-
guess.
Wow.
One of them is called Kong, so if it's not
Oh,
that,
just
then-
Kong?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
Hold on, let me look.
Oh,
Now,
you might be right.
Yeah, it's called Kong Skull Island, which is what Jeff is guessing. So,
Okay.
Oh, so King Kong with Jack Black and
yes.
Adrian
Yeah.
Brody.
There
is
you
one
go.
guess. Okay.
That was
So it's
that
that one.
was-
They were filming.
This
They
one.
were shooting a movie. Yeah,
2005.
That sounds
This
right.
is
Okay.
This is King Kong 2005. Okay.
Well,
so I'll
yes.
give you
So that
one.
was before.
Now, what about this one?
That is
This
also
is the
King
well.
Kong.
This is well. You have Tammy and the T-Rex. That was the reboot of this movie, except that they put a human brain in a real T-Rex.
What did you
And
say?
she's
Debbie?
like, Jimmy,
Or-
is that you, Jimmy?
I said that is also King Kong.
"You're
What did
right."
What did they do with your teeth, Jimmy?
Did you just guess that because you know me?
No, I know that. I knew that that was the original.
This is one of the AFI's top 100 movies of all time.
Yes, because of
And
the effects.
Because they also
it's
showed
actually-
some of that footage in the Jack Black one, I think.
What?
Didn't they?
No.
Because it's set during that time, I think.
I know.
Here, we'll during the after party, we'll rewatch the whole
Let's watch the
2005
whole
King
thing.
Kong.
Yeah, the 2005
but-
King Kong's like 3 hours long.
For 1933, it's pretty cool, actually, if you think about it and you watch it. But was that Harryhausen that did? Never mind.
Who did the
I'm
who
going
did the
deep on
effects?
this one. Yeah,
I don't know if it was Harryhausen in
'Cause he was, like,
1933.
50s, right? Was what kind of his
Yeah.
era. That's crazy.
He wasn't around then, I don't think. How about this one?
I consider myself pretty patient. There's a horse.
Now this
This is,
was This was Harryhausen.
This is Toy Story. This is the live action Toy Story reboot.
It looks like the
So you
Indian
got
in the cupboard.
Jesse.
Good for you. Good
Oh,
for
yeah.
you for noticing the cowboys. That's important.
There's Jesse over there on the left. Woody's fighting.
Jeff is killing it. He is killing
That's
it.
because you're putting all the movies from his era. Dino movie knowledge. I will.
Dino movie knowledge. He gets an award. Yeah, Valley
Gwangi?
of Gwangi. Yep.
Please, please inform me, educate me on the Gwangi.
You would like to
Or
know
is it
about it?
Gwangai? Is
This is
Gwangai?
a
I guess it's plural, right? Sir Gwengus would be a singular.
Cowboys battle monsters in the lost world of Forbidden Valley.
Right.
Of
course.
In the turn of the 20th century, a cowgirl named T.J. Breckenridge hosts a struggling rodeo. Her former lover, Tuck Kirby, a heroic former stuntman working for Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, wants to buy her out. Along the way, he's followed by a Mexican boy named Loopy, who intends to join the rodeo.
Lupe.
On a quest.
Es Lupe.
Let's see. A tiny horse. They find a tiny horse.
Tuck,
a tiny
what's his
horse?
last name? Tuck
Kirby.
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 Tuck Kirby.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 first names.
So they find this tiny horse and they bring it to they bring it into the circus or whatever, the rodeo, and it came from a place known as the Forbidden Valley. A gypsy known as Tia Zorina claims that the horse is cursed, demands it be immediately returned.
The horse is cursed.
Later, she and the other gypsies collaborate to steal El Diablo, that's the name of the horse, and release it back into the valley. Making their way into the Forbidden Valley, Tuck, TJ, and the
Animal
rest
rights
of the group
activist.
meet up and soon discover why the valley is said to be cursed. When a pterodon swoops down and snatches Lupe, but due to the weight,
Lupe
falls back to the ground. After Carlos kills the pterodon,
shoot him with the
twisting its neck.
Wait, how did they get him back down on the ground? I missed that.
It doesn't say.
They shoot him with a 6-shooter.
Probably attacking them. You know,
just
you
as
swoop
it's
down, you grab it, snap its neck.
Oh, kind of.
They're trying to catch an some kind of dinosaur.
You got me. Yeah.
But it's killed by a vicious Allosaurus, which chases Bromley and the rest of the group.
This is it.
Yeah. So basically, from what I understand, the whole movie is just dinosaurs and cowboys fighting each other. And
I have
now, what is
never seen a more obvious plastic dinosaur figure that's just really close to the camera.
Did you hear me say 1969? Did you say that?
The thing is, if he's a cowboy, I guess he's probably already tried to shoot him because it looks like he's just offering him something.
Looks like he's trying to rope him.
You can have my last hamburger.
They're roping him.
Oh, maybe it is a rope. Okay, I can see it now. It's either swinging a sword or throwing a lasso.
And that's it. That was the last show. So that's it. That was our.
I got so many movies on my must-see movie list now.
Okay, so that's not just pop culture. Like, I thought you were going to show us some commercials, maybe, like, give us some song references that included a dinosaur.
Some more dinosaurs. Yeah, I should have. I should have put a little more work into it.
Maybe like people who brands that have used a dinosaur before. That'd be pop culture.
Mm-hmm. So. This is what we have the afart party for.
So Amanda gives you 3 stars for your slideshow.
I give you
your slideshow presentation
3 chomps.
I don't know, man. I think that just making reference to Tammy and the T-Rex was the whole show right there. That was justified.
So join us after the show in the afart party, as we are now going to be calling it.
When did that happen? I missed it.
Just like 10 seconds ago when he said it. Juan is at CastyCrowns.com. Find out where he's going to be.
I live there.
If you want to support Brian so that he doesn't feel the need to, maybe it'll calm him down with some more subscribers, supporters.
It'll make it less mildly irritating.
He will have less angst that he's taking out on helpless airport passengers. And then don't forget to join us for Vacay with Comics. Go to johnbranding.com for more details and to get your tickets. You're running out of time. Do it now. How should we read the credits today, fellas?
Time is constantly going. How about we do it like the guy who does movies?
Oh, the movie guy.
That movie guy. Yeah, in a world.
Comedy Click.
Right, in a comedy clip is a world where they talk about dinosaurs.
Brian April is a man against time.
It wasn't here. Todd Copeland and Jeffrey Davis, both of whom were not in the movies.
Pam Griffith has had enough.
Luke Roy wants to see a little more. Olivia Rugrock is wondering about the future.
Melissa Selinsky. It's personal this time.